Hello, I'm Zac Harding, and in the industry as of right now, I've been mixing for Bailey Moore, who's been doing a bunch of stuff on YouTube. She's currently at I think 500,000 views. So doing her stuff, which is pretty exciting, and also doing a web show for some friends. So I kind of know some things about recording, not as much as a lot of people, but that's what I do in the industry. So I'm about to explain the Velvet Underground and their influences and just how amazing of a CD that was. First off, I'd like to just discuss the influence that they've had on pop music. I mean, you can look everywhere for their influences. Look at U2, Wilco, Franz Ferdinand, The Killers, The Strokes, The Hives, punk rock in general, Bon Iver, the Pixies would be the best. I mean, really, they have influenced so much music. It's kind of ridiculous. I think a great song that reminds me is their song Sunday Morning. It starts in with this piano part and just this feeling of waking up, and I love it. It also reminds me though of Hello Sunshine by Super Furry Animals, who in the same way has a slow building up voice, Hello Sunshine, and just like the whole, very slow talking, like you are getting up for the morning. And you can see it everywhere. The songwriting techniques that the Velvet Underground did were very not standard, I guess. They really loved and hated each other. I think they're the most, you look at them and you actually see a band. You see a band that went through some stuff and they legitimately kind of hate each other, but they do love each other and they respect what they did, but they never want to really go back to it. I think themes were just the street, life on the street, life what was going on then, drugs and poems and the beauty of it, and yet also the darkness of it. And their arrangements were interesting because you'd have the drummers just trying to keep everything together, but at the same time they're battling each other, turning up instruments, trying to play louder than each other, cut each other off, and going into the studio they just were really like, let's record and get out of here. We don't want to do this. Songs that I thought on the album were very interesting were like listening from Sunday Morning to this very nostalgic song, going to Heroin and Venus and Furs, and Heroin starting out with this guitar and it's always building and coming down just repeatedly, just like stressing important words in each of the build up. And then you got Venus and Furs with this crazy, violin with guitar strings on it. It's been sawed down, making this note that in any other song you'd be pissed off about, but for some odd reason just works perfectly. But yet every song in their album is completely different. And as you can see, I even went out and bought it. So that's how much I liked it. So all in all, you look at their songs and then you look at how they got big, which is not, I want to say it was because of Andy Warhol, but Andy Warhol wasn't out there to make them big. He wasn't out there setting out saying, I need to make a band big, like they kind of do today. Oh, this band is marketable, I need to make it big. It was that he made art. And to him, his art reflected their music, and their music reflected his art. He asked them to come with him. He wanted them to come with him because it explained his art musically, which he can do. He didn't force them to write anything. They just were there, and you can see it in the films and the movie. He wanted to be filming them. He wanted to be doing this this genre that I don't think even you see his styles of filming in music videos today, and it's kind of amazing how much they've just affected it. Him, Andy Warhol, and the Velvet Underground. And it's mind-boggling, because people are still trying to copy those sounds, copy that way they recorded. And honestly, it was simplicity that did it, and people have a hard time. They see simplicity as being lazy now. So, I'm Zac Harding, and thank you very much.